Remember, there's some pretty important information here in the disclaimer. You might want to give the video a quick pause and read it.
Oh, hey everybody, it's me, Sonic! Sonic the Hedgehog! Just here to remind you that if you haven't already, make sure to hit that like button. And for even more amazing customs, don't forget to subscribe to Wake Angel 2001! Because between you and me, they're way past cool!
Hello out there, this is Wake Angel 2001, and this is a custom that I largely made based on impulse, because there's just parts of me that really miss my childhood, and I just want to create the things that 8-year-old me would have loved to have. It is a classic style Princess Sally. That means the way that she used to look in the first season of the classic Saturday morning cartoon. Not the pilot episode where she was pink, because I think that they made a weird distorted version of Amy Rose before they knew what she really was, but like the proper actual appearance of her from the real episodes. Yeah, that's what we're going with. Still pre-vest. Alright, so I was kind of inspired to make this whilst I was trolling through Five Below, and found that the Loyal Subjects Tina Belcher figure was there. I thought, oh hey, she kind of has that just slightly curvy but not really body that they gave Princess Sally in the original cartoon, so I bet with some modifications this could totally work. And I did dismantle the figure, of course, and once I took off her little mini skirt thing, her belly was kind of way bigger than her hips, so this required me to do a little bit of carve-in with an X-Acto knife and a Dremel to get the waist to match the hips, and then I had to do a little bit of building on the rear to give her just a bit more curve. Like original cartoon Sally's not quite as curvy as she would be in the comic book later, but, you know, it wasn't quite the toddler potato body that she had in the pilot. So, yeah, that was the body. And actually, modifications here are pretty light. The arms and legs just had to be repainted into Sally's fur color, and I'll get to the more important parts later, because the actual most important thing about this custom that makes it possible is this head. I actually commissioned Corey SonicFan22 to create this head for me, because like in her later comic book appearances, both before and after the Super Genesis wave, there is an official 3D model of that version of her, those versions of her. But there actually is no official 3D model of the original cartoon appearance. And when I tried to look it up on Google, there had been some fan-made ones, but none of them really looked the way I wanted. So I asked Corey to just make me one from scratch. This is something that I actually paid for him to make for me, because, you know, this is legit original model work. And I was able to feed it into my 3D printer, and this is the last thing that I was able to print before the printer, you know, died on me. So, like, it successfully made this, and I was trying to print another version of her lying in a different direction to see if the hair would come out a little better, but then it died there, so I had to work with what I had here. But yes, that is the story of how this became the last thing that I 3D printed. Fortunately, with a little bit of sculpting to fix up the little bit of her bangs and the ponytail and muzzle that got kind of distorted a little bit from the printing process, I had a perfect classic Princess Sally head. And like, seriously, Corey, this is brilliant looking. Like, it's pretty much exactly what I imagine a Princess Sally head would actually look like. And I know this is Corey's modeling, but I guess I should also give a quick shout out to Sonic Ranger, or Red is Power. He was the guy that created the Freedom Leader figure quite a while ago. You may remember when I made a classic style Princess Sally to make for a wedding cake topper, I used a Blaze the Cat head as the base, but it was that Freedom Leader which inspired me to use the Blazer Cat head because of the similar shapes and all that stuff. So, yeah, basically, that I took pictures of the Freedom Leader head and sent them to Corey so he could use them as a reference to make the head as a 3D model, so that I would then be able to 3D print it. So, like, 2 other people really made this possible. So with that being said, I had to modify this head to stick it onto the body. And you may be seeing Silver's boots down there. This was just because I was doing a quick test fitting to make sure that she would actually scale with the Jakks Pacific figures. So with her boots properly painted the right color, we have us a classic SatAM Sally figure, done to scale the Jakks Pacific line. Here is a picture of her standing next to the Jakks Pacific Mighty the Armadillo, just to show that she does scale with the 4-inch figures. And, now this makes me want to make a SatAM styled Sonic figure to go with her. Because Sonic looked different in the SatAM cartoon with the backpack and the single row of spines. But that'll be for a later date, because we have commissions to catch up on. This is just something that I made on impulse because it was relatively simple to do once that head got printed out. So thank you all for watching the video. Once again, thanks to both Red is Power and Corey Sonic Fan. You two guys are awesome. And this is Wake Angel 2001 signing off.